Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. There is an election coming up and it's time to meet some of the candidates. In today's edition of WJTS-Inform, we're going to meet John Bell. John is running for Jasper City Council, District Number 3. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill. I really appreciate the opportunity. This is new to me and I'm anxious to see how it goes. I'm already stumbling.
We all do.
Experience. So no, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Well, I think first of all, what we do with most of the candidates is tell us about yourself. Who you are, what do you do?
Sure. Well, my family moved to Jasper in 1970, so when I was 5 years old, and I can't hide the fact that I'm not German with my last name being Bell, so it's hard to disguise that. But I grew up here all my life, and Jasper's instilled the values in me that kind of has made me the person that I am today. So I'm very thankful for that, and I have a lot of pride in our community, and I'm very proud to grow up in the city of Jasper. We grew up on Susanna Street in the Holy Family area, so I went to Holy Family School, just a couple blocks down from the school there, but still took the bus, so I didn't walk both ways, uphill both ways going to and from school. But then I went to high school, of course, and I was very involved in athletics. And then I went to Purdue University, graduated there in 1988, moved to Indianapolis, started a family. Then we wanted to bring our kids down to Jasper and have them be raised in the environment that we were, and hopefully instill the values that we have here in our community in them. So I was very active with them. I coached them probably for 15 years in the youth sports and everything from basketball and baseball and softball with the girls and soccer, and I didn't know anything about soccer, so comes a point in time in your coaching career where you can only go so far when the kids know more than you do and it's time to stop. So after about 15 years I stopped coaching, and then really kind of filled that void. That's when I've been starting to get involved in the city. Mayor Schmidt originally appointed me into the Jasper Redevelopment Commission, and I was elected president there 6 years ago, and so I've been acting president of the Redevelopment Commission for the past 6 years. I've been more actively involved in the city throughout other organizations and on committees and things like that. So that's I'm kind of just now, for, like I said, for the past 6 so years, just been giving back to the community that I'm very thankful for, that where I grew up at.
What possessed you to say, I'm going to run for city council?
Well, being involved with the Redevelopment Commission, we work with the city council a lot. And Dave Prechtel's currently in District 3, and I like Dave a lot and respect him, and he's helped mentor me into the position. So I, again, just want to continually be active in the community. We have a lot of major projects coming up here, and I think it's going to take some, experience and leadership, and I have that with being involved in our community. And so I just, again, want to, I'm thankful for being here, and I really want to give back. My fall campaign is run with tradition with progress, is what it says. So I respect all the generations before us that kind of form Jasper into the values that we have, the culture that we have, and just the overall environment, and all of our amenities have come from great people and volunteers and leaders that have done that. And so the theme with tradition with progress is, I think we need to, remember where we came from and continue to have those same values and make progress for the future. We have a lot of projects that are, I call generational type projects, because they're going to be for many future generations. So I want to help and be a part of that and make some of those tough decisions.
What are some of the issues, concerns that you think the city of Jasper is going to face? Maybe some of these we don't even know yet, because sometimes you don't know what the future holds. As we go into it, what are some of those issues, concerns, and how would you address those?
Well, I think, just mentioning the amount of projects that we have, I think that's a concern right now, because we have a lot of major projects. And you're probably familiar, you heard those. I mean, we've got the Jasper Parklands, which is a major project, and it's going to take several years to develop. We have a potential Jasper cabinet company being, redevelopment for the riverfront. That's a major project that we're just starting to go through, going through our redevelopment commission now and city council, and we're working towards that. We just reviewed all the bids we received for the downtown redevelopment around the square. So we're getting ready to make some decisions there. Of course, we've got the ongoing library, and we got and that's a non-city, with the library, but still we support that as a community, and then we have the Jasper Arts that want to combine with the library, which I personally think is a great idea. I think it would make a huge cultural center, but it's another big project, and it's something that the city will be involved in. So, and then we have a lot of housing development that Miller Valentine's doing, and there's city involvement there. So that's some of the concerns, and I think that the city council has some tough decisions, and we've got to look at each one of those individually. Realize that it's not going to be all city funded for these projects. Like a lot of the projects we've had in the past are never all fully city funded. We have great community support with people being involved and endowing money, and whether it's talent and treasures that people do, they get involved, and I expect that to happen with these projects as well.
Now, you are running in District 3.
Correct.
Which means only people in District 3 vote for you, but obviously you represent the whole city of Jasper.
That's a little confusing, because
yes.
even my sister's on our committee, and when she voted in the primary, she was like, "John, I didn't see your name anywhere. Where was it at?" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
Laura,
even though you represent the whole city, but you do only in your area." What is District 3?
District 3, it's hard to explain. It's kind of a large area. It goes from Newton Street up to the north part of where SVB&T is, 13th. It goes west from there. The northern part is Sheeter Road. It goes west all the way into the Ireland subdivisions with north and south of Brescher Road there. And it goes south of Precious Blood area, but not all the way to Division Road there. So it's a weird looking map. I do want to post a map on Facebook for people to realize there's 2 voting districts for District 3 too, at the Armory and at St. Mary's in the old school. So depending on where you're at there, we do have 2 polling stations as well.
Okay. Now, what's the difference between you and your opponent?
Well, I think age pops out at me because I'm turning the big 5-0 here in a couple of days. So
congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah, I mean you're happy to be here, so I'm thankful. But we'd all like to be 30-something too. But I think there's a difference with that, and with age, of course, comes experience and comes a little seasoning, if you will. And I have had more experience with, especially being involved as I have with the city the past 6 years, and being involved with the city council and developing those relationships, and with other entities in Jasper, and just seeing how that works. And these projects that go on are not just in our city. We have to work with state, sometimes we have to work with federal, because we're seeking those grants. And so, I have those established relationships, so I won't really have that learning curve. So I think experience is a difference. And I also think leadership. From a business world standpoint, I've been Chief Operating Officer for the past 15 years, and I'm part owner in our company now, True Scripts Management Services. So I have a lot of leadership, and with these tough decisions that I've talked about, I think it's going to take leadership qualities to make those. Now,
I'm going to let you just say what you'd like to the audience. I mean, you've said a lot, and you'll probably reiterate some of that, but this is your opportunity to plead for the vote with the audience of WJTS.
Well, I would appreciate the community support, and I have been going door to door in District 3 because that's the only people that can vote for me, and I've been doing that. So, and I did it in the primary and hard, and I'm doing it again in the fall here, and trying to visit as many people I can. Of course, I'm seeing a lot of people twice, which is good because I'm developing more relationships, and I want people to be comfortable with me. I want them to be able to come to me with questions or concerns at any time, and I want that. And I have, I've probably lived in Jasper 40 out of 50 years of my life, so I have a lot of relationships outside our district. So I want anybody, not just District 3, to be able to come to me with their questions or concerns, because again, a lot of major decisions, and I think it's our responsibility, hopefully if I'd be elected to city council, but it's the city council's responsibility, I feel, to listen to the citizens. I mean, that's who we're trying to represent. And then you've got to make tough decisions. And with those tough decisions, not everybody's going to be happy. But if you listen with an open mind, you do the best you can, you make the decisions that are best for the short term, especially for the long term, and you have the heart of the community in mind, I think that's all you can ask for. And I hope I have that opportunity to do that.
All right. Well, John, thank you very much. Pleasure
Thank you,
meeting
Bill.
you. Good
Appreciate
luck
it.
with the election.
Thank you very much.
Make sure that you go out and vote. Election day is November 3rd, but you can vote early through early voting. This is WJTS Inform. You have met John Bell. He is running for Jasper City Council District number 3 in the upcoming municipal election. Thank you for watching. We're local people watching local people.